That's my new nickname, Flappy Bird.
Flappy Bird? Do you remember that game? That was like my favorite game. I was so good at it. Tap, 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 tap. Oh, boy. I was obsessed. Would play it all the time. It's great. Look like Mario. I mean, you can't go wrong.
You're part of every lame thing that's ever happened in this country.
Hey, watch him! With Dan and Tony! Hey, watch him! With Dan and Tony! It's like watching, yeah!
Welcome to Hate Watching with Dan and Tony. I am Dan.
I am Tony.
On the show, we talk about a movie. This week, Tony has picked a movie. It's a movie that we've already done a movie of the same name, which might be a first.
That you're right about that. We should do more original and remakes, but I guess the other way around. Remake, I don't know.
This is a second remake. Well, we already watched the third remake.
Right.
Fourth,
yeah, that's a
or
good
maybe
point.
even fourth movie remake. I don't know. I think there probably was one in 1910.
There probably was, but there was a radio play, right? The radio play like made people believe that there's an alien invasion. Wasn't that the thing?
Orson Welles. That's a lie. That's a fiction.
That's a lie.
It's a
no,
fiction.
I believe it.
The show had radio commercials, and
Sure.
Yeah, it's not like it's not like they were like, okay, no radio. Were there a couple people that maybe did some stupid things? We're like, oh my God, Martha, yes, there is a war of the worlds. No,
and then a commercial came on, and they're like, also grab the ketchup, Heinz. That was the commercial. It was a Heinz commercial.
Yeah, I think they got that. So, Tony, why don't you tell them what movie it is, since I just spoiled it?
Well, you did spoil a little bit by saying the name of the movie, but I'll give a little backstory because Disclosure Day came out last week. I hope everybody got to see it. I did not. Heartbroken about it. So I decided we should do an old Spielbergian alien movie, and this is the one that I chose because I saw it when I was younger and I was mad and I didn't remember why. Yeah. I do remember why.
Now you remember why.
I absolutely remember why now. Still mad about it.
Yeah.
But, overall, it's about 90 to 95 minutes of darn near perfection. So there's that.
It's a movie that you wish that somebody wrote the script trying to be fairly true to the War of the Worlds book. Movie, etc.
Yeah.
And the parts where they aren't that way is the better movie.
Yeah, correct.
That's
correct. Yeah.
So,
for the most part. Yeah.
Yeah. So when they sort of, if you know it, they end up in the basement of this farmhouse where stuff occurs. Most of that stuff you could have just done without.
Or just less. Are we down there for 20 minutes? I'm honestly not sure.
Yeah. Yeah, we were certainly down there for 20 minutes.
It feels like we're cruising.
We had a couple of aspects down there, So yeah,
that's true. Yeah.
It wasn't just we go down there, then we say, okay, we're getting out of here. Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't read the book, full disclosure. I haven't really seen any other iterations other than this and the Cube. So those are my 2 points of reference, which we'll talk about in a second. But you need less in that basement. Pick one thing for that base to happen in that basement. Either it's the aliens, which I would say don't pick that one, or it's Tim Robbins being like, well, I'm going to get you all killed, and then he has to kill Tim Robbins. That's a much more fun, emotional thing to play.
Yeah.
Don't need the aliens, the little monkey guys coming down. That's not good.
We gotta put the aliens in the 50s movie. They did the dung 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 thing pretty much the same, and we had one alien come down there that he axes, I think, and then it runs off.
Sure,
but they left the person out, as I remember in the 50s movie. But in the radio play, the person is down there because you kind of have to have a person down there to play off of. Yeah. And in both of those other ones, there's no family involved. So we don't get the, I'm going to take your child.
Oh, interesting. It's because the book is just him and his wife and they get separated. Is that what I remember?
I think it says that. I think that's what the book is in the 50s movie, and more in the radio play. I actually don't remember who exactly he is. In the movie, he's a scientist who ends up down there, And then in the radio play, he ends up down there with talking to the dude, and the dude's like someone who's been sort of driven crazy, but it's all, I think, on he's actually gathering information, and they gather information while they're down in that basement, which I believe plays some small amount of help.
Not in this movie.
In this movie, you're like, well, we kind of learned some stuff. This
doesn't really matter.
This movie shoehorns in the learning of stuff, but we don't need to learn any of the stuff that we learn.
No, because we don't beat them. He
doesn't do anything.
They get the common cold. Spoiler alert. I understand that I had to look it up. I understand that's how the book ends. Does not make a great movie ending. I'll just say that.
Not how they set it up.
Where he goes and grenades someone, and it's like, oh shit, he took one down. This is going to be exciting. Oh, they're dead. Okay, they're gone. Okay, that's cool.
Yeah, I mean, Independence Day works because we figure out how to work a ship. We steal a ship. We go out there, and we have Jeff Goldblum, our B plot, type some virus into the bad guys' things. We're like, oh, okay, there's a reason for everything that happened in this movie.
There's no reasons.
There's no reason, and I think that when there is no reason is the best part of this movie.
Okay, I can see how you feel that way.
I think the beginning of the first 34 minutes of this movie are perfect, and then you have the rest of the movie.
Oh, for sure. For sure.
And if it, and this is a point I've made, and this is why I actually use this movie as a reference point all the time, is that there's nothing special about Tom Cruise's character and family. Nothing. Zero.
No, that is correct. Yeah.
Except he made one important thing. He understood cars and understood you needed to change out the solenoid. Yeah. That's it. That's the only thing. And then other than that,
I hate that.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll talk about that in a second.
We'll talk about it. Yeah.
But other than that, the first 34 minutes, he's just the guy that turns down the correct street, goes the right direction, and makes the correct almost nearly arbitrary choice to survive. And I wish that was this movie. I wish this whole movie was just because it is also a 9/11 allegory. Not analogy, allegory.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, I don't know the difference. I tell you that all the time.
I wish things had just winnowed down. And then if he ended up in the basement and you were just like, this is like the only place to hide, a blasted landscape. And he and that guy are the last people. That's the only food. They're running out of food. But the other huge problem with this movie is I don't know how long this movie takes place over. It seems like it's a week. It seems like it's a week, but they could have spent 2 weeks down in that basement. I don't know any of those things. We don't know if night and day is contiguous down there, or 100%. If we jump a week or two. We don't know any of those things. He never grows a beard, so this all takes place in a week.
That's true, or less. Could be 3 days. Who knows?
And if they'd have, and I believe in some of the other the old movie and maybe the radio, maybe not the radio play. Radio play kind of has to take place in real time the way they set it up, but you need it to take place over a month or 2 months. And
we need to get ravaged.
Yeah, we need to put him through it, and they don't really put him through it. They tease that he's being put through it, but then it resolves pretty quick.
Yeah. I have a lot of problems, I think. I mean, I enjoyed this movie.
You have a lot of problems.
I have so many problems. A couple of them are from this movie. The majority of them are not.
Yeah.
So I 100% agree. I do wish that that's the movie you get, because it is the movie that I feel like they set up, and then we kind of get away from it. And then in the end, it's kind of like, oh yeah, well, he didn't matter. But we went through this second act journey where he kind of was going to matter. And then he does. It's very confusing. Just stick with him. It's a survival story. That's fine. He doesn't have to win anything. You know what I mean? Living is winning. Surviving is winning. And then obviously the ending is awful. Terrible. Worst ending to a movie I've ever seen in my life.
Do you want to talk about the son?
Not really. He's the reason why I'm so mad at this movie, to be honest with you.
Do you know anything about the actor that played the son?
No, do you?
No, I didn't look him up.
Oh, okay.
Because, you know,
the way that you said that, Dan, was like, I have information that you're going to want.
You might have been like, oh, he's been on the Arrowverse and he plays Dipshit McRooney. And I'm like, oh, that's the Dipshit McRooney guy.
McRooney. He does look familiar as an older guy. So he's in Dragon Ball Evolution, Dan.
That we did? He was the kid?
Yeah. He was the guy in Dragon Ball Evolution, the lead guy. Yep. So we do know him. Does that help?
Nope.
He's cute. He's cute as he gets older. That's for sure.
Oh, he's cute.
Hey, good for him. He's got something going for him, right?
Good on you, dude.
Him want me nothing. No, he was not great. What's interesting to me is I love Tom Cruise. I feel like I've said that many times on this podcast. Love Tom Cruise. Dakota Fanning outacts them all.
Right? She's great. She's great.
She's running circles around these two knobheads, which was great. But on the flip side, Tom Cruise was nominated for a Razzie for this performance, which I did look into, and it seems more like it was his off-screen antics where they were just kind of like, we're putting you up because you're a piece of shit. Because that was during the jumping on the couch. Yeah. So apparently him and Spielberg fell out during the press tour because that happened during the press tour. He came out against
psychology.
Psychology. So like him and Spielberg kind of like had a feud. They separated during the press tour. Anyhow, so that I think that was part of the reason why I got a Razzie. But I was like, he's not bad in this movie on any level whatsoever.
No, not at all. I think it's one of his. Just as this kind of movie, it's one of his better roles like this. He's very believable in every movie he makes in the entire movie that I could think of. Of course,
yeah. I love watching him play a flawed character. It's so much more interesting to watch him. Like he's not a great father. He's trying. He's doing his best. Like that's a fun thing to watch Tom Cruise do.
Yeah,
because generally it's just kind of like Tom Cruise is going to kick some ass. I also love that Tom Cruise.
Sure,
but this is fun. This is fun to watch. Yeah.
And when he kind of plays the dick of the father, you're like, there's real Tom. That's who I think 100%. He is.
Yeah, I would agree.
That feels like him. Yeah. Now is Dakota Fanning? Is she the one in the new Margot's Got Money Problems TV show, or is that?
I think that Fanning? Is that her sister?
I think it might be her sister.
I think so too.
Because
Margot's Got Money Troubles. Yeah, it's Elle. Who's in love with Jack Black, by the way, apparently.
A lot of nudity in that show. So,
is there? What is that about? That's not. Isn't this just a TV show?
No, it's it's an Apple or something.
Show?
And then she becomes like an OnlyFans person or something. But
because she's got money troubles.
A lot of full frontal nudity. So be prepared for that. I was like, okay.
I'm not planning on seeing it, but
it's like someone you think like this actress has a career or whatever, and you're like, oh, that's a lot of her naked. Oh, and she's super naked in the next scene. Okay, lots of nudity. So it seemed like a little more than I would have expected.
Sure, I get that 100%. Is it funny? Is it supposed to be funny? Not those scenes, but like the show. Is it a comedy show or?
Well, it's like,
dramedy, maybe.
But I don't know. She immediately sleeps like her with her older professor, and I was just like, that just seems not like the place you want to start in this day and age, where
2026,
where
power
like
dynamics.
19-year-olds are sleeping with 28-year-olds. You're just like, okay, this feels gross. I'd probably turn this off.
Similar to the wonderful show Off Campus, which we loved. The main girl is 19 and the main guy is like 28. Not in the show. They're playing college students. But in real life, everyone's like, ooh, maybe we don't do that anymore, Hollywood.
That is a little weird.
It's a lot. What's interesting to me is she's the only one that's 19. Everyone else is mid to late 20s. So she's the only one that was cast in. Not to get into it, but I don't think she was so good that she's the only person that could have played that role. But that's a me thing.
Yeah, I get it.
Anyhow, We saw Elle in The Great, her show The Great with Nicholas Hoult. It's awesome. It was a very fun show. But that's the only thing I know her from, that and the fact that she's in love with Jack Black, and she did like a whole thing with her sister about how she loves him. And I was like, that's funny. Good for you. Not everybody feels that way, so it's good. It's good that it's out
Black.
there.
People like Jack Black. He's funny.
People like. I mean, she likes Jack. She likes Jack Black. Yeah.
You mean not in a chaste way? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Okay. That's correct. Yeah.
Anywho. Once again, things getting weird. Right. So Spielberg did The Kid. The Kid was also in another terrible movie, and then may have never done anything again. Yeah. They have an arc for him that doesn't make any sense. There you go.
It's not. It's gobbledygook. Also, he's dead. I refuse. There's no way that he's alive at the end of this movie. I hate that. I hate it so much, Dan.
And it makes a lot of sense for that basically the kid wants to join the military halfway through the movie. He joins the military, and then at the end, he's there alive at Boston where they're heading towards. And you're like,
pretty much totally fine.
Totally fine. Well, if you wanted to join the military, you'd still be in the military, right? Yeah. The military didn't just end being military.
Unless we have like a really fun scene where he like gets there and they like give him a gun and he's like, oh, this is more real than I thought. And then gives the gun back. Other than that, it's stupid.
That would have been, I could have seen him doing that.
Right? Never mind. This is bad. I don't like this. I'm going home. Mommy.
Anything else you want to say?
Everything. We'll cover it. All my problems we're going to cover pretty quickly.
Boom! We start with the voiceover. Basically, the aliens have been watching us as, sort of like microscopic beings. They're looking at us through their microscope, and they're vast and cool and unsympathetic. Okay.
Yeah. I get that this is almost, from what I understand, verbatim from the book. My problem is that this setup doesn't deliver all the information that we need for the ending to make sense. Because I had to look this up because I was so confused on the end of this movie.
Yeah.
But the Martians moved their timeline up, supposedly, in the book because humans were advancing faster than they had expected. So they weren't fully prepared for the invasion when they came. Because I was like, how if they were studying us for millions of years, would they not be like, they get colds? We should watch out for the common cold. But apparently, like, they weren't fully prepared. They had to move up their attack because we had advanced further than they expected. Yada, yada. Mars depleted faster than they expected. So some sort of information there would have been nice. Other than this is like, they've been watching us and now they're here, but not prepared, which is very silly.
Because we do set up that they sent the Martian ships here like 1 million years ago or something.
Yeah, crazy. Forever ago.
Doesn't make any
long
sense.
Ago. Yeah.
Like, really? Okay. Why didn't they just come here? Why didn't they just
come at the time? Because there were no humans then.
Yeah.
Who are you planting? I don't. Yeah. Whatever. It doesn't matter.
That all sounds like writer stuff. Which
yeah.
Writers like to get involved in all those kind of things. Like, well, how am I going to work out that this happened with And you're like, okay.
And don't get me wrong, any movie that starts with a Morgan Freeman voiceover, I'm into.
Yeah.
But I think it didn't work.
So we start off with Ray. He works on the docks. He works the crane that picks up the containers and takes them off the container ships.
Can't wait for that to come into play at some point.
It doesn't.
So why give him a job? Why give him that job? You can give him any job you want.
Oh, because he's got to be salt of the earth.
That is what I got from it. But he can't throw a baseball, which we'll talk about in a little bit. And so that kind of negates.
I saw him throwing a baseball.
He
didn't do it right. You're angry about the. Okay, hold on. We got to get to that.
Okay.
Wow.
You go.
So he drives his fast car home, and then here's the ex-wife, now reimpregnated by Tim. The yuppies. They're dropping off the 2 kids. The one kid is the 22-year-old boy.
Yeah.
He looks too old, but I guess he's supposed to be 16 or 17.
Yeah, he's got a paper due on Monday. So
yeah, I'm not going to do my paper. I'm too cool. Are you cool? I don't
No,
know.
he's not cool at all. No.
And then we have the cute daughter. His name is Ray. The son's name is Robbie. Her name is Rachel. 3 R's.
Oh, I didn't even pick up on that.
Who wrote this script? Like, no sane person in the world would write 3 names that all start with R. Because when you're doing the program, if you type one
when you're
R,
doing your script program is what that is. If you've never written on a script program, it auto fills your character.
Yeah, so
names.
if you type an R, it's going to go Ray. So you only have one R. You call the kid, Oswego, and you call the daughter,
please call him Oswego.
Sunbird, and so each
that's a lovely name.
R, O, and S. Boom. Out come the names.
That's so funny.
You don't do 3 R names. I don't understand that. That's insane.
That's a hot tip for any final draft writers out there. All right.
I mean, so if you look at 99% of scripts, every if you have 100 characters, they're each some of them are going to be names going to start with an asterisk, percentage sign. Yeah. If you got too many characters, you got to do that. So, dropping off the kids, they're going to Boston. The ex-wife goes in the house. There's an engine on the dining table. She smells his milk. I'm going to smell your milk.
It was fine, bad. By the way. It wasn't even bad, right? She put it back in, so it must not have been expired. So I was like, what are you being so judgmental for?
You got to pour the lumps. You got to give us the lumps.
That was what I was thinking. I was like, oh, here it comes, chunky milk. It's my favorite. No, it was actually just fine. So
put it back.
Get off his back about it, lady.
And then they're fucking off to Boston. Okay.
Great. Sounds like a lovely weekend.
Tom drags Robbie out into the thing to play ball, and we start playing ball, and Tony immediately thinks, they're playing ball wrong. That's not how I play ball.
The first note that I wrote for this movie, Tom Cruise can't throw a baseball. That might be the only thing I've ever seen him not be able to do.
I mean, I hear the noise. It's like, he throws a hard one. It's a heater. It goes right through a window.
Let's keep in mind that this movie was nominated for Best Sound. Okay, so that's somebody just adding that in because they're like, well, he can't throw. I better add a nice whoosh.
Now,
he's bad.
Does the ball go through the window because Robbie dodges out of the way?
Yeah, they didn't show that very well, but that is the idea is him and Tom are throwing harder and harder, and then the kid's just like, well, now I'm not going to catch it, and he whips it through and breaks the window. Yeah.
Robbie should have made that noise. Can't hit me. Then Tom should have picked up another baseball right in the nuts.
Now that's a good movie right there.
And then Rachel offers advice about how to deal with Robbie, the sage child.
It's not how you're going to get through to him. Sassy.
And I mean, she delivered that line so good. She really delivered that line so good.
Great. She was incredible. I'm sure she still is. What has she been in lately? I don't even know. Probably lots of stuff.
Probably lots of stuff.
Yeah.
And all through this, we're sort of peppering some TV show stuff where we're sort of setting up that there's some anomalies going on and, things are happening. It's begun.
Now, I don't know. Maybe this is an age thing, Dan, because I can't totally remember growing up.
You've come to the right person.
But like, if I'm flipping through channels and there's
click.
A news segment that's like,
Into the world
lightning
coming soon.
Storms, nobody knows how it's happening, what's going on. And then they're like, next. No, I'm going to watch that because I'm like, what's going on? Talk to me. Even if I don't think it's dangerous, I'm like, no one knows what's happening. I got to figure this out. So that was the most unbelievable part of this movie to me is that nobody stayed to watch a news segment that starts with, nobody knows this natural thing that's happening. We better look in. Click.
Well, no, they go right to, Rachel goes right to the cartoons. So,
well, I mean, which is also is SpongeBob, by the way. And I was like, wow, good for you, SpongeBob. That's 20 years ago. Good for you, SpongeBob.
This is 21 years ago. Okay, they go to bed. And then Rachel gets a splinter, and we get the foreshadowing line. He's like, "Come over here, I'll take it out." And then she says, No, when it's ready, my body will just push it out. Okay.
What's that foreshadowing?
The whole movie, right? The whole movie is the aliens are the infection. They are the splinter.
Oh,
and then when the Earth is done with them, they're just going to expel them out.
Did not get that at all. Nope.
That's the thing about this movie is very simple, in
Sure.
I think a very positive way. Most of what this movie is, I think this movie it's a very good movie to study because the simplicity of it allows them to put the stuff in there that's interesting and memorable. And you're like, I remember, it's like, I remember this scene. And when a scene fails in this movie, it's kind of, in some ways, it's sort of doubly problematic because you're like,
sure,
well, that whole thing didn't work.
Right. Yeah, that's correct. Yeah.
But you're like, it's executed really well, but it doesn't make any sense and it's stupid.
Yeah.
So,
and it's dumb.
So my body will push it out. Tom Cruise gets up after sleeping because he worked and the car is gone. Robbie's taken off. But before he can try to track Robbie down, stuff starts happening in the sky. This big storm. They go to the backyard to look at it, and his neighbor holding a baby. I'm like, wait, who is that? It's Amy Ryan of all people, who's like one of my favorite actresses.
Naomi said this. She was like, "We know her," and I was like, "No, we don't."
Yeah, from The Wire. And I was like, they have to bring her in a little more, one of the other, nope, never comes back in any of the scenes. It's like, I'm sure it's a great paycheck,
And if Spielberg calls you, you say yes. You just say yes.
So it's wonderful. So basically we've got this big lightning's coming. The wind is blowing away from them towards the storm, which is crazy.
Yeah, very weird.
And then the lightning hits like 26 times. Just great. Just wonderful.
Yeah, really cool.
Really cool. Power's out, phone's out, watch is out, car's out. He goes looking for Robbie, gets to the garage, and the guy's like, all the cars are dead, and tried switching out the starters, and it doesn't work. And then Tom Cruise is like, try the solenoids.
Now, I understand that it's great that he knows the answer, right? That's wonderful.
Yeah.
And I get that he's rebuilding an engine in his kitchen.
In his kitchen. And he has a car.
And I know this is a stupid thing to get hung up on. Yeah. But why is he a crane operator? Just make him a car guy. You know what I mean? Like, the job never comes into play. And that's fine. You're right. Not everybody needs to have a job that saves the world. I get all that. But you could choose any job. That's not his job in the book, I assume,
Well, the crane, we do a couple things with the crane. The boss tries to get him to come back, and he cites union, and he cites he also cites 12 hours work. So he has to go home and crash for X amount of time. If you're a car guy, you control your own fate a little more.
That's true. Yeah, you're right.
Are these important distinctions that the movie needs? But no, it would have made more sense if he was a car guy, and you could have maybe weaved that in a little more.
You could make him a little more useful if you wanted, but I'm okay with it not. I don't know why I got so hung up, but the whole movie, I was like, why is he a crane operator? Why did we choose that for this guy?
So you thought
I still don't know.
You thought the end of the movie would be him battling the crane versus one of the tripods.
Well, they're big things, right? So I thought maybe at some point something would happen with a crane. It doesn't.
I work at a crane, and let me tell you some hydraulic stuff. That could have been interesting.
There you go. Yeah. It's hydraulics. That's not even a word I thought of. So
it is a word. They go to the zap spot, and they see it there. The rocks are cold. And then things start rumbling. We start crumbling the thing. And then the first tripod comes up out of the ground. I thought they did such a good job, or Spielberg did such a good job of enticing the people to stay and continue to watch.
Yes.
Because that's all. Yes. That's all. The couple things you hate, it's like, you should be running. And also, why are you not doing a thing? And you're like, I'm cradling Tony's dying body. No, I just got to say, Tony, I know you're dying, but I'm going to run away because I want to live.
Deuces.
Both your legs are broken. You're done. I can't save you.
Don't leave me, Dan. No, please.
Gotta go. I want to live. You're going to die. It's tough. See, then later when you survive, because you've like improvised your own wheelchair to fight against the aliens.
Someone's got me on as a backpack. You know,
we've seen that. Did you ever watch that movie? You ever watch that one?
What movie?
Alan Rickman. That's a whole movie. Alan Rickman. Yes. It came out like 3 months ago.
That I for sure didn't see.
They're fighting against the alien war machine, and he's like, I'm not going to lose all my men. And so he takes the last guy. The last guy's like strapped to his back, and he has to keep going and fighting with the guy strapped to his back. There you go. And also the Predator movie. Speaking of Elle Fanning, he puts Elle Fanning on his back.
Badlands, right?
I started watching that the other day too.
Okay,
looked kind of interesting.
Not enough to keep watching, apparently.
You know me. I start a lot of things, and I finish way fewer of them. And I think there's tons of stuff I start that I enjoy, and then I just never finish.
Yeah, I'd say I'd understand, but I have a problem. I have to finish. I can't leave something unfinished. It bothers me.
So here comes the tripod. It comes up,
right? Yeah,
and we start vaporizing.
Oh, wait, hold on. I wanted to say something because I'm fully on board with you. And I was reading, as I do, some Rotten Tomatoes audience reviews. I don't care about critics, and there were a lot of people that were like, "It's so stupid that people were all just standing and not running." They're wrong, and here's the answer. As a viewer, someone watching the movie, if I'm interested in what you're showing me, then somebody there would also be interested.
Yeah.
So the fact that he's picking up the rocks, it's cold. You're like, what's happening? Oh, the Earth's starting to open. Like, oh shit, what's happening? If I feel that way, then those people would too, and that's when it's believable.
Yeah.
If I'm sitting there and I'm thinking to myself, just get out. You got to get out of there. You got to go. Nothing's happened. Nothing good is happening. You got to go. If that's the way I feel, you have failed as a filmmaker.
And we as human beings, and we as viewers know that shit's going to go down. So
yes,
we have an unfair advantage. We're like, get out, go. And that's another point. This would have been a better movie if it dealt with things a little more horror-like. Spielberg.
There are moments that I feel like it does. But they should have leaned into it fully.
I think this is a graph on the level of horror. The horribleness of everything should just continue to rise. And the points at which, you see the horror of humanity, you see the horror of the things, that's the best part. Those are the best parts.
Agreed. Yes, 100%.
So here we go. They start vaporizing people. And this is like probably the strongest part of the movie where
it's so cool.
It is so cool. They turn to dust and then their clothes kind of go and then by the time he gets home, he's covered in the dust of humans.
Dust. Yeah. Wow.
Which is as extreme a 9/11
100%. Yeah.
allegory illusion as you could ever make. And you're like, okay, I get it. It's beautiful. And the kids, he's traumatized. The kids are like, what's this dust? And he freaks out and has to go and wash it off because of continuity. It's a little movie making joke.
Yeah.
Yeah. So just great.
Yeah, it's wonderful. And I just want to shout out a shot. There's someone's holding like a camcorder. And then that person gets zapped. You don't see them get zapped, but the camcorder falls, and you're like, "Oh, what just happened?" And then in the camcorder, you watch people get zapped, and it was awesome. It was awesome. Great stuff.
So they're like, "What happened?" He washes himself off, and then he delivers an incredible line. He's like, "We're leaving in 60 seconds." You're like,
"Yeah."
He understands the gravity of what's going down, and it's just not where you want to be.
Yeah, like we got to go. I love it that he doesn't even try to answer the question because he doesn't know the answer to the question, as opposed to wasting time. This character is like, we're just going. Don't ask questions. We gotta go.
60 seconds.
Yeah, it's great.
They pack up some food. They're out on the street, and they're not running. And he says it again, and he reframes the argument, and he's like, we've only got about another minute. because he knows that you can't panic too much because you might panic everybody around you.
Everybody else.
You got to keep everybody in a state.
Yep.
So he gets to
we're going to sneak off.
Yeah, he gets to the place. He steals a van that the garage guy has fixed. And the garage guy's like, "Hey, what are you doing? This is not your van."
Yeah.
And he delivers a third incredible line. He's like, whatever the guy's name is, he's like, get in the car, you're gonna die. Manny, get in or you're gonna die.
Yeah.
And you're like,
and then he dies.
He dies.
It's great. You set it up and you pay it off. Thank you, Spielberg.
And that's how you make movies. That's why this, as a short 34-minute film at the beginning of this movie, perfection.
Unbelievable. Yeah.
And then they drive. And Rachel is screaming. We have to calm her down a few times. Robbie knows how to calm her down. The dad has to learn through the movie how to calm her down, which they do a decent job of
they do
navigating it.
They do okay. Not great.
Don't know why he sings her Little Deuced Coupe at the one point. I didn't understand that at all.
Like it's all he's got because he's not very fatherly. So it's just like a song. I don't know.
Yeah, it was weird.
Because no offense to, and hopefully I'm right about this. I feel like I'm right about this. Everybody knows a lullaby. You don't have to have kids to know a lullaby. You know what I mean? It doesn't have to be this specific. Great. There you go. Yeah. So it's weird that he's like, I don't know a single lullaby. I'm sorry.
Does he say that?
Not in words.
But that's what your feeling was.
But why else would he sing a random song?
That doesn't have any kind of interesting rhythm or anything to it. You're just like,
well,
this seems awkward and bad.
It's very strange because I get the idea is like, oh, he's not very fatherly, so he doesn't know the songs to sing. That's fine. Just have him sing something else that's a lullaby. Like we all know or a nursery rhyme. Like there are lots of things that as adults you just inherently know. It doesn't have to be a weird pop song that makes no sense.
Yeah. So
that's all.
They drive to the suburbs where the mom's house is. They get to the mom's house. They fucked off to Boston. So they're like, okay, we do a whole making peanut butter sandwiches, and the kids don't want peanut butter sandwiches, and he throws them at the window.
That peanut butter's awfully runny, Dan. Did you notice this?
Well, peanut butter is an issue, right?
What do you mean?
Peanut butter.
Peanut butter is an issue, folks.
Peanut butter lives in a range, right? A range of oil,
sure.
The amount of oil to the peanuts.
100%.
And so unless you're getting like the Skippy and things like that are very much, products of outer space. If it's real peanut butter,
delicious.
Yes, but those things, it's 50% sugar, 50% oil,
sure.
and then they throw one peanut in at the end.
Just crush up the one peanut on top, guys. It'll be fine.
That'll be enough. And for whatever reason, they didn't want to. You want to go with a brand like that you could just pull it out and it will spread nicely, but. There's a lot of technical issues.
Gloopy and weird. I'm just like, what is happening? I don't understand the peanut butter here.
And as if these kids, and first of all, they're in a house that's going to be packed with food.
Without a doubt. Yeah. Those people have so much food in their counters.
Yeah.
Cabinets, not counters. That's not a thing.
You open that fridge, there's going to be Lunchables, and there's going to be this, there's going to be that.
Lunchables are so good. They probably got those pepperoni pizza Lunchables. Oh, with Capri Sun? Come on, dude. God, I love Lunchables.
This is where we're going to start having these sort of manufactured things that they're manufactured movie times. Tom can get mad at them and he can throw the food away, and it's like no person is going to want to, in the midst of grief, eat a plain peanut butter sandwich. It's too
much. It's not a comfort food. It's so sticky in your mouth. Like, oh, I'm so sad. Come on. No, you're not going to do it.
If he had jelly, I'd be like, okay. Because it just changes the equation. It does change the equation.
And then if he had Fritos and he crunched those up and drizzled them on top of the jelly, oh, that's a nice 3-piece soup right there.
Yeah. You can't be giving them the shit of the world and saying like, look at what I got for you kids. I'm working here. No.
Just open the fridge. There's apple juice in there. No. Eat your peanut butter.
Oh yeah, he shit on vegetarian food earlier because
he did. Yeah, it was hummus. It's just hummus is delightful.
I'm sorry,
hummus is great.
We live in a world where even Tom Cruise's crane operator would have absolutely, because when he's watching the thing, he's got like the two friends. The one guy who I recognize has been in all sorts of things, and then the other guy is like kind of a Dominican or Puerto Rican kind of looking guy, and it's like if that guy's your friend, you have eaten everything.
All sorts of delicious foods.
People that live in cosmopolitan New York are not going to crap on hummus. Which
I've never eaten anything but ham. I don't know what it is.
I don't know about everybody's grocery store, but my grocery store has an entire case, in floor to ceiling 6 foot case, 6 foot by 4 foot case, at least 4 feet, full of all these different hummuses.
And they're all good.
And
I love hummus.
And everybody eats it.
Yeah. Have it be like fried eggplant or something. Not that he doesn't know what eggplant is, but have you eaten a fried eggplant? It's not that good. I'm just going to throw that out there. Don't come at me, vegetarians. But like an eggplant parmesan, no thanks. No thanks. Give me chicken.
Okay, sandwiches, throws a thing. They sleep in the basement, and in the middle of the night, things go crazy. There's flashes.
Another great
explosion. Shot. Pretty good,
When he bolts up, great physical work by Tom, by the way. Just bolts up, and then it's a shot on him, and then his son like comes into frame in front of him. It's good. Just the guy really knows. I don't know if he's going to have a future in the movie making business, but this guy knows his stuff. Okay.
Yeah. So they wake up in the morning. He goes outside. What had happened the night before was an airplane had crashed into the neighboring house. They've got an engine sticking in the top of their house. I'm like, okay.
Now, this is this set that is on the back lots of Universal Studios, and you can take the tram ride through it.
Oh, so you still see it?
You can go through that set. It's still, it was still up. Last time I was like 5 or 6 years ago, I think, but it was still up, and it is so cool. It's so big. It's so practical effects, man. I love them. We got to get back.
This one didn't look like a set. Didn't look like a set to me.
Yeah, that's fair.
Then he sees a guy in the airplane, and boom, what we see is that guy is part of a news crew. We meet the news crew. He's deaf because he got his camera blown up or something. Somehow their van is working. Don't know how their specific news van continues to work, but whatever.
Yeah.
And they're scavenging food and water off of this airplane, which of course makes no sense. We have hundreds of suburban homes that are all empty that they could take food out of, which are all stocked with as much food as you could want.
Yeah, but airplane water hits differently. I don't know if you've ever been over the Atlantic 4 hours into a flight, but boy, is that good, Dan.
They just basically fill him in on what's going on. They're attacking the entire world. This is a war of the worlds. We can't do anything. And I thought they were going to invite him to go with them, but they don't.
Nope, just push him out. Push him out of the van slowly.
Bye-bye, close the door, see you later. And then they just drive off.
We have work to do. See you later, sir. Good luck surviving. I don't know. It's a little weird.
We go back into the house. We have to cover up Rachel because if she sees the airplane, she's going to freak out. We get her out there, and then we just drive away. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, you're going to pop a tire. Just throwing that out there. There's a lot of debris. You're going to pop a tire, but it's fine. I'll forgive it.
So they're driving the back roads across Connecticut. They have to stop to pee. Rachel can't have them seeing her pee, so she goes down by the river. And then here come the bodies floating dead in the river.
Awesome. Just great stuff. I don't know where all these people came from, but I love that there's so many dead people just floating down there. It's great.
Tom rescues her and saves them, and they go back up towards the car.
And now we get our first army shot.
Yeah. So here comes the military. They're coming down the road. And then Robbie freaks out and wants to join the military.
We gotta go get revenge. I mean, listen, it's America.
On what?
like on the aliens.
What is Robbie lost? Right.
His car that he stole.
That was his dad's car. It's not his car.
Yeah, but he stole it. So then it's finders keepers. That's
was
law.
His. Okay. We need to give him some reason for wanting to join the military.
Yeah,
and,
for sure.
If his dad is that big of a dick, and he acts like his dad's a dick, but he doesn't act like his dad is that big a dick.
Yeah, for sure. Been there. Yeah.
And they get splashed, and then,
they get splashed.
And the dad is just like, you just want, he gets mad at dad because dad just drove to the mom's house because he wanted to dump them there.
Yeah.
Well, it's like, but you're trying to ditch your sister. I don't do.
Right. None of it really makes a lot of sense, but I like the idea later of him having to choose between his two kids.
Oh, sure.
And if they had set it up like a little bit better, I mean, it's fine. I'm not mad at it until he's alive, and then I'm furious about it. But at the moment when he has to choose, I think that's a really nice moment. So I'm okay with giving this kid the desire to do it. I think they just needed to rework it a little bit.
Well, they had to give him a reason.
Exactly. Yeah.
Like they have his girlfriend along, and then she gets vaporized. And I'm like, oh, my girlfriend's vaporized.
That's bad.
That's bad.
You don't want that, ladies and gentlemen.
No. Okay. So now the drive continues. Robbie has to take over driving. Then we hit the first amount of refugees. Everybody's refuging. They're trying to get across some river. And so they're going to the ferry. And then at the ferry...
before the ferry.
Yeah. They're trying to get to the ferry.
A diner. Yeah. They're trying to get there.
They're trying to get to the ferry. And then this is the point at which everyone starts banging on their car.
Yeah.
They start pulling them out of the car, which is your greatest fear, is that you're going to be split up or whatever.
Yeah.
He pulls out his gun because he has a gun, and he puts it at a guy. That another guy pulls out a gun, puts a gun on him.
Before that happens,
okay, yeah.
Tom's got the gun out, and he's like, "Where's my son? Where's my son?" And some son of a bitch in this crowd is like, "Hey, man, you don't need that." I wish Tom would have just shot that guy in the face. That's what I would have done. I'd be like, oh, I don't need this. You just tore my family out of the car right between the eyes, pal. You're dead. How dare you tell me I don't need this gun? Sorry, continue. That just infuriated me. But I was like, that is exactly what would happen. People would all of a sudden be like, whoa, what's going on? We're cool. Fuck you. I hate humans.
So the whole thing breaks down. He drops his gun and drags his kid out of the car. And then they flee to a diner, and then somebody picks up his gun, and there's more gunplay. It's going to happen with limited resources at a certain point.
100%. There's a really great, again, this Spielberg guy, right? There's a great shot of the other crowd guy finding Tom's gun, and like picking it up. And credit to this guy. I don't know if it was an extra or, audition for this, but there's a really nice like moment that Spielberg hangs on him as you see him calculating.
Yeah.
And then we cut to the diner, and then you hear the gunshots. It's just like, oh, fuck, dude. It's intense.
And this is one of those, it's just a great scene because their resources are getting taxed. You used to have a gun in a car. Now you don't have a gun in a car. You got nothing.
Yeah. Yeah, you're out of luck.
But the other flip side of that is when they left the mom's house, didn't take any food. I'm like, that's stupid. That's crazy.
Which is funny because Tom yells at the kid about the food that they bring to the mom's house, and it's like, just restock. You got an opportunity. Just raid this place. It's your place. It's not even illegal.
Nope.
But they don't.
So now we have the whole ferry thing. They're trying to get on the ferry. To go, to get to the ferry, we have to go by the missing signs. Everyone's put up missing signs. Another allusion to 9/11. Too soon. Couldn't have happened. Without power, how are they printing up signs, and how do they even know who's lost? It's like, 9/11 was a very focused one place thing. Then you put up the signs, and things are in flux in a tiny area, very specific area, and you get it. People are mourning and they're going through a thing. We've not had time to mourn. There's been no mourning and no regrouping.
100%.
It's going to come in a month.
The imagery is still tough, though.
Yeah, it's real imagery, and that's why they did it. But when you're an angry person like me, I don't take that shit.
I don't take that shit.
So now they've
good for you, Dan.
They've joined the throng that's going towards the ferry. Ding, 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 ding. Here comes the train. The train rolls by. The train's completely on fire.
Pretty cool. Pretty cool shot. Yeah.
The guy in the writing room that came up with that one, you're like, okay, yeah.
Nicely done, sir. Here's $10.
Two desserts for that guy.
You get extra catering. I mean, that's a good day right there.
So they're trying to get on the ferry, and then boom, here comes a tripod. Here comes 3 tripods. This scene then falls apart.
Sure.
We needed the tripods to be destroying everyone who hadn't got on the ferry. We have to see hundreds of people murdered by the tripods.
More clothes. Clothes.
They need to just totally surround this whole area and ignore the ferry. The ferry gets off, and then what really happens is a tripod comes up and tips over the ferry.
Yeah.
That's what we needed. We needed
100%.
all those people hunted. Then we have one in the river that takes care of them.
Yeah.
Perfect.
That's correct. Perfect.
And it also sets up why there were bodies in the water, because the tripods are working in the water.
They're doing some great work. Really proud of them.
And then somehow the 3 of them do fine, and then all easily swim together to the. And never felt like they were in jeopardy to me.
Yeah, I mean, I get that. They get hit by that car, which I suppose maybe sends them further away from the pack.
Yeah,
I don't know.
And then we also see, and then on the shore we see them starting to harvest people.
Yeah, that's fun.
And we also have a really nice. Maybe it's the next morning. We have a clothes fall where all these clothes just sort of fall.
Yeah. I always enjoy that, the imagery they use for that. I mean, it's, not great. Good. It's well done. That's what I'm trying to say.
We're an hour and 7 into the movie, hour and 51 movie. Now we have the Battle of the Ridge. You want to talk about the Battle of the Ridge, Tony?
I'm actually honestly a little confused by it. Now, where is this ridge? Because
I don't know.
Right, but I feel like I should know because they're on foot.
They're on foot.
So they haven't gone very far, right?
Nope.
So there's a shot when they first climb out.
Yeah.
And there's like a hill in the background where the robots are mowing people down, which is great. Is that the ridge?
I don't know.
Where did the army come from?
I don't know.
I'm geographically, I'm confused. And then all you see is like over the ridge is, lights of explosions and stuff. And then you cut close-ups to one group of people that are like, it's not working? Yeah, it's not working, boss. No good. I feel like from the guy who made Saving Private Ryan, this scene could have been much better. But, time constraints, I don't know, budget. Who knows? It's lacking. However, having said that, I do enjoy the part where Tom has to tackle his own son, and he's like trying to hold him down.
Okay, so so what happens
So
the battle is ostensibly occurring over the hill, over the ridge.
Yeah, over yonder, I believe is how we say that.
Humvees are heading up the ridge to go battle. So the stupid son is like, I'm going to join them by running over the ridge.
Just without weapons.
and so he puts the Rachel by this tree, and then runs after Robbie and tackles Robbie and is like, basically like, you're not running away from us. We're in this together. Yeah. Like, okay. And then another couple comes up and they're like, oh, child, we must take you to safety. You will be ours. Yeah. And we will dress you as a boy or whatever. Who knows? What's up with these people?
So do you remember the Gerard Butler Armageddon movie?
Yeah.
I can't remember what that was called.
Greenland?
Anyhow, so Greenland, the wife and the daughter are like, or the son, the wife and the son are traveling, and a couple like takes them out and then steals the son because he's got the tag. And they're like, we're going to pretend to be your new parents. It reminds me of that, only there's no intention behind it in this movie. They're just like, hey, you're a child. You shouldn't be by a tree. You should come with us. And I don't know. I feel like there should be some dark, a little more sinister behind this. I don't know. I just thought it was weird.
We haven't eaten in 2 days. Come with us, little girl.
Sure. Yeah, a little, get the meat on the bone. I don't know. It was a little weird.
That's a little movie called The Road. Don't go see that movie.
Okay.
That movie's like post-apocalypse and everybody's just, the only food left is the other people.
I mean, you got to do what you got to do. Okay.
My understanding is the movie does not end well.
Sure. Well, it doesn't sound like it starts well. So there you go.
So he chooses Rachel. And as he goes back to get Rachel, Robbie heads over there. Then here come the Humvees burning over the hill after he's gone.
Right. Which is because they're now driving that direction, which is like, so did they get caught on fire and then the guy turns the car around and drives over the ridge? I got to get out of here. I don't know. It's very weird.
And then boom, here comes one of the tripods. It's on fire. And then
light blows up the entire ridge.
Yeah.
Robbie's dead. I want everyone to know Robbie is dead as a doornail. Okay.
So they're running down, and then here's like this one house that's right there at the bottom of the ridge, and then here's what's his name, Tim Robbins. He's all like,
Tim
"Come on, hide in this basement, hide in the basement." Now the basement begins. They hide in the basement with him. This is when Ray has to sing the song "Little Deuce Coupe" to get Rachel to fall asleep, and then I
liked. Here's my problem with the Little Deuce Coupe song is. It ruins a nice moment for me because she is like, sing me this song. And he said, I don't know that one. She's asked for a different one. And he starts crying. And he's like, I don't know that one either because he doesn't really know his own daughter. And he's wrestling with this internally. Like I'm a failure, but I'm here. I have to do something. And then he does something stupid and sings a really weird song. I wanted this to be more intentional, more like it's a really nice moment until he's like, do you like the Beach Boys? Is that who sings that? I feel like this.
I don't even know who sings it.
I don't know. But it's just like, come on. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. It was very weird and it takes me out.
He should have been like, do you like Bruce Springsteen? Born in the USA, I was born in the USA. Yeah,
that's great. Yeah,
it's a weird scene.
It's great. It ruins a really nice scene. That's my problem with it. Like it's such a weird choice that it ruins a really nice emotional moment.
It's really weird.
You can't win them all. Yeah.
So, boom, we get to spend a little time with Tim Robbins. He talks about how they've been planning this attack for a million years. It's not a war, it's extermination. Okay, bro.
I want him to be 10% crazier. Not right out the gate. But as we get to know him, I want to feel like he's dangerous. Not on purpose necessarily, but like he's lost his screw. And he is dangerous. Because then when Tom has to kill him, there's more emotional weight to it.
Yeah. Because you're killing someone with a problem as opposed to someone that's just in your way, sort of.
Exactly. And it's like, I want him to have to wrestle with, and we don't really deal with it either.
No.
Like, you just murdered a person with your daughter laying in the next room. Let's live in that for a second. There's so much good in this movie, emotional weight.
Yeah.
That this is, what do you do? What do you mean? He just murdered a guy and he comes back. He's like, oh, boy, I am beat. I'm going to take a little nap. No.
Well, we get a couple lines here that just muddy the water even more. Tom Cruise asks, why did you bring us here?
Sure. He
like offered you shelter in the midst,
just standing by his thing.
Destruction. He didn't lure them under false pretenses. They were gonna die, and he was like, "Come down here, and maybe you'll be safe."
Yeah. Nope.
And then
it's all weird.
And then he's like, "To fight them," And you're like, are they really fighting them? I don't see a lot of fighting.
They don't do any fighting.
They don't do any fighting. Yeah. So we see that the red vines, that they're out there, the Martians are outside, and they're sort of terraforming or Martian forming. So they're sort of sort of making things more wet and making red vines, which will turn our whole planet into red vines. Yes, exactly.
Red vines are good.
And then boom, we play hide and seek with the eye on the thing. Doom, doom, doom,
yeah.
doom, 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 doom. It was fine.
They show it a mirror, and it's like, whoa, who's this good-looking cat? Yeah.
Then it leaves, and then the Martians come down there to look around and take a bath.
And we didn't need to do this part because they don't do anything. Super weird. It's kind of like, what is it? I don't even know what it reminds me of. It's because they're just kind of like checking things out.
Yeah, it's no reason.
Why are they there?
Don't know.
Are they collecting things? Do they need a certain thing to like feed the machine? I don't know.
They're kind of doing antique hunting because they find some photos, and that's what I was like. Oh, maybe they're antiquers. That's what I thought for a second.
It's like some Storage Wars shit. They're just like,
what can we bring back to Mars?
Open this house. What do we got? Yeah, so weird.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe. You never know.
And then Tim Robbins wants to shoot him with the shotgun, and then we sort of have a silent fight where it's like,
yeah. Somebody needs to get hurt here to like amp up because they're just kind of fighting over a gun.
But that would have made noise.
Just pushing it. Well, but that's the thing. Like, if a knife is slowly going into your gut, like you gotta be quiet as shit. But like, ow,
that would be good.
That's what I'm saying.
If Tom Cruise murdered him here, that would be much better.
But it had to like keep him silent and just looking right in his eyes. I mean, that's some powerful shit.
That would have been good. If Tom Cruise has a knife and he just sticks it in him, and what's his name knows he can't scream out because it's going to be worse for them. You're like, that's actually good. That's really good.
Tough. That's really tough stuff. We don't do that.
But instead,
it's all right.
They sleep it off. The eye comes back. No, wait. No. Before that, big honking noise happens. The Martians fuck off, and then we learn that they're eating the humans and then spitting out the blood, and then the blood is what fertilizes the vines. All right,
it's gross.
That's gross.
Yeah,
they deliver it very. Like it's being delivered as opposed to
sure.
It's kind of like, well, you know what they're doing? They're using us as fertilizer. Like,
okay. Wow.
So Tim Robbins' new plan is to dig tunnels under their stuff
to the city. That feels like a really long hole. I don't have any awareness of how far they're, but they're not close, right? He's in some sort of a neighborhood. It looks pretty rural. He's gonna be digging for a long time.
Yeah. So basically, Tom Cruise is like, yep, I got to kill him. Takes the shovel, goes and kills him.
Got to get this guy out of here.
We're done. They sleep it off. The eye comes back. Then he axes the eye with the thing. And then they run out into the red swamp. And then she gets grabbed, or Tom gets grabbed. We kind of go back and forth.
She gets grabbed first, yeah.
But he ends up getting grabbed, and he has a whole bunch of grenades.
Grenades? Yeah, did he get them from Tim? I don't...
Who did he get them from? I wrote, Tom gets the grenades. I just wrote he got them. So somehow he got them.
Yeah, he got them. That's all you needed to know.
They're putting in a little cage with some other humans, and then we see that the humans get sucked up into the machine through this really wonderful orifice.
Like a urethra, a little bit,
little urethra. So they suck one guy up, and then they suck Tom up, but everybody decides that Tom is worth saving, and so they all grab onto Tom.
Not the guy before. The guy before Tom, they were like, no, yeah. He was kind of a dick when he got here, so they can take him. Super weird. Now, I understand that we don't know how the machine works.
Yeah.
Right. But where does he put the grenades, you think? Because he doesn't go all the way in. Right?
Well, the whole idea is he's getting sucked in. They pull him back out, but they pull him back out and he let go of the grenades. So the grenades get sucked in.
So they get sucked into the tummy or whatever it would be. Okay.
And
And it blows up the whole thing. That feels like a pretty serious weakness. That's all. That's all I'm saying.
Well, Tony, think about this. You're eating something, and somebody puts a bunch of bombs on your pizza, and you eat your pizza. You're not going to do well when the bombs go off in your stomach.
You're just describing every Friday night. Hey.
By the way, this is when the movie just starts moving at a breakneck pace to get over, to finish.
Because there's no climax. So at this point, they're like, well, there's not really anything left to do. We've done everything. Now they just die. So what do we do? I guess, I don't know. It's tough.
Yeah. So everybody helps him. Boom. Somehow this thing that's, I don't know, 200 feet in the air crashes down.
Very tall.
They all live.
Well, they fell into a tree, and that somehow was good. So the fact that they don't show anybody with impaled on a limb that's a real missed opportunity.
They don't do a lot of showing the general suffering, of other people. And that, like I said, that's the movie I want to see. I want to see the movie where everybody in that cage is dead, and then he pulls Rachel's body out of, she's like the one other living person, and she only lived because they all died.
Yeah.
That's what I want to see.
That's good.
I want more death.
That's the movie I want.
So then they start walk past a sign that says, "Welcome to Boston." They pick up some of the red vines. They've turned white and crumbling. He's like, something's happening.
Something's different. This is less red than the other ones. I don't know.
They walk and they see their first tripod since escaping. Tripod has crashed into a building, and they say, "Hey, Mr. Soldier, man, what happened?" He's like, I don't know. It started acting erratically, then it fell down. You're like, okay.
And that's it. That's the whole story. He's like, oh, okay.
Yep, that's the whole story. And then they keep going, and then here comes a sort of active tripod. And then Tom notices that the birds can fly up and take shit on it. And he's all like, he shakes a soldier. He's like, soldier boy. I think their force field's not working anymore. He's like,
there's no shield. Yeah.
So then they get out the rocket launchers and they shoot one down.
Which they didn't really need to do because it probably was going to die anyhow.
Well, they get to do it, and then it crashes over, and then they all walk over, and this hatch opens, and this orange fluid pulls out, and then here comes a Martian, and his hand comes out. That's like the final. This is the final scene in the 50s movie. One Martian ship crashes, and then this one hand comes out, and then the hand dies, and that's all you see, and you're like, oh.
Sure.
And then we have the voiceover that's like, "'Twas the common cold." You go right into it. You can't, if you're caring about, see, that's the problem with movies now is we have to care about the stupid people. And it's like, that's the problem. Screw the people. We just want to see the Martians die.
Well, because here's the thing is, the story not really about them because they don't do anything. They are our vessels to get into this story.
Yeah.
So we spent too much time with them. Here's my counter pitch, Dan.
Oh, okay. He's pitching.
This thing falls over.
Yeah.
The thing opens up. This guy is crawling out.
He's got a machine gun.
No, and then he sneezes, and then he dies. So that way you really know what he died from. You know what I mean? I need just one little... and then he's dead.
He sneezes. Oh, I would have loved that bitch. Steven Spielberg could have been like... you can no longer be in America.
Get out. Get out of my room. But he's got the cold, boss. Do you get it?
He's got the cold. So then we have this tacked on scene where they then walk to Boston.
Yeah.
They get to the brownstone where the mom is visiting her parents, and they
totally fine.
Rachel runs in, and then who's there? Also, Robbie's there.
How? Why? What is the point of that? You spent 25 minutes of this movie explaining how Tom needs to let him go. Like, you can't save them both, Tom. You got to choose the girl because she doesn't suck. He made the right choice. We can all agree. The kid's got to be dead. There has to be the moment with him and the mom and the daughter hugging, and then the mom looks to Tom Cruise, and he just has to give her a no. Just like a simple head shake. and then she embraces the daughter. That's it. That's all you need.
Oh, that would be poignant because they only 2 of them made it.
Right.
Nope, they all made it.
But that's still pretty darn good. Everybody lived. Their house hasn't been touched. Why is Boston not touched? Boston's a big city.
Boston's destroyed. I mean, if I'm the Martians, that's where I hit first because they're the 100%. most obnoxious people in the country.
The Celtics fans gotta go. You know.
Fuck them.
I don't know. It's such a letdown. And obviously the movie's not perfect. There are parts that I disagree with and I didn't love. But this ending spits in the face of everything that came before it, especially the first act. The first act is so powerful. It's all messed up. And then you get to the end and it's just like, yeah, but they're good. So don't worry about it. Everybody's fine. Everyone's happy. They all love each other. I didn't like it. I didn't like it at all. I was very mad. I need that kid to be dead for sure. I also feel like their house should be beat up and they just were living in the basement. So when they get there, he's like, oh God, they're all dead. But then they like crawl out and then they get to have that moment where he's like, well, your son's dead, but I gave you the daughter. So
he gets there and the whole street's a shambles. He walks up there and then he hears like a tapping. Tap, tap.
Great.
Tap, tap. He's like pulling at the things.
And then there they are.
Oh, there they are.
Do something. This is just such a dumb ending. It's so dumb. And
half of the new husband's face is gone.
He could be dead
bandage
too,
over.
You know,
some of them should have been bandaged or something, right? Missing hands or something.
Sure. Someone should be hurt on some level. Also, I would love if his car was messed up and then Tom gets to make a joke about the car because they talk about the car earlier, about how it's a nice car.
Nice car.
You know, do anything. Literally anything is better than just giving me a scene where, they're all good. They're all fine.
Yeah.
It's such a horrible ending because, again, The Common Cold, while a wonderful story, makes for a very lackluster movie. Ending because it's not climactic, right? It just happens. And so then you give me an additional scene where again nothing happens. It's anticlimactic and then double anticlimactic, and your whole movie just crashes down to earth. Bad stuff. So that is exactly why I was so mad 20 years ago, and I am still mad today, turns out.
I gotta tell you this. I didn't like that ending. It was stupid. But I hated the Ridge scene more. The Ridge scene was what made me angry. That's the scene. Yeah. Still makes me angry. You know, stupid. I hate it.
Yeah.
I hate this kid. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? You're a kid. You know?
What are you doing, kid?
I'd
let him go too. I would have let him go a long time ago. Just be like, all right, go. I'll take care of you. You are too much to handle. Get out of here. And
that's the thing is, it is pretty fixable with the kid. If he was absorbing the news and if he was out there at the news van and he had to come out to the news van and see what's going on,
see the destruction
and just be like, what the hell is happening? It's like, and say, Dad, we we can't just keep running away.
We got to fight.
Yeah. You gotta show him he absorbed no information about what was going on, really.
He's just pubescent. Is that the word? Yeah. He's just going through some changes and he's got a lot of anger, you know?
But he didn't have a lot of anger. If he had a lot of he's like,
that's true.
I'm just throwing the ball, you know. If he was winging that ball at Tom Cruise's nuts, then I'm like, oh yeah, this kid got some issues, you know. He's, he pulls out a zip knife, he's like, oh, you got a zip knife.
You want to play catch, bitch? Yeah, great.
He's like, you come near me with that ball again, I cut you, Dad. Like, whoa, this kid just wound up.
Oh boy. Yeah.
Then we do a voiceover that the invaders were doomed by the smallest thing on earth, the virus. Like,
okay. I kind of already got it.
It doesn't work if if you've already done the epilogue scene, right?
Yeah,
you do that. Yeah. He died because of the virus. You have to do that when he dies. You can't do it after this dumb tacked on scene. Right. Doesn't make any sense.
Yeah. You fumbled the ending. You get to the one large line and you drop the ball. It happens. I've seen it a bunch of times.
Anything else to say about this seeming masterpiece?
I don't think so. I just want to reiterate, like that first act is dynamite. It's really great.
And that's the thing is Spielberg, even in the basement when they're running, hiding from things, masterfully done.
The guy's brilliant.
You can follow what's going on. You never get too lost, but then he loses you and then he picks you back up. And he does all those little things to perfection. It's just, I don't know if he can, developing a script like this to where it's really tough, that point. And I think this is going to be the part with the new movie is going to be the same sort of thing.
Day. Yeah. I still want to see it.
Oh, yeah, of course.
But I'm with you.
It seems like there's going to be these things that you're like, oh, well, that's okay. Yeah. That's fun, But he knows how to pick people, and
that's fun.
Emily Blunt, she's going to be great.
She's going to be great. Very excited.
Now we talk about things we like this week. I watched the Zazie Beetz movie, They Will Kill You.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I've seen that. I have not watched it, but I've seen it. Yeah.
It's a Ready or Not kind of movie. Not as good as Ready or Not.
Wow.
Not that we've seen
that movie's perfect.
Ready or Not 2 yet. Got to see that soon.
Nope, sure haven't.
Yeah, Ready or Not, I rewatched that one a while ago, and you're like,
it's so good.
I love everything in this. She's so good.
She's
so good.
She's great. Adam Brody's great. I mean, the movie's great.
Everybody's great.
It's fantastic.
This one, same sort of thing. Zazie Beetz is great. Okay. The co-stars are great. Some fun stuff. And they're kind of playing with a Quentin Tarantino thing at times, and it's just these kind of movies.
It's a lot of feet. Is that what you're telling me?
No, not a lot of feet. These kind of movies, I guess, we got the Back Rooms, we got The Obsession.
Yeah.
And we got another one called Hokum, which I guess is better than both of those people say. So
really?
There's all these great horror movies.
Hokum's out, I think.
Yeah, these are all out.
Video,
these are all out. Now, did you see Obsession?
And Backrooms, they're both, Naomi saw Obsession, and I probably shouldn't tell her views on here, but
she was unhappy?
Not unhappy, just unscared.
Oh, unscared.
I don't know if you know the premise, but part of me is like, maybe we should do it for this show because people love it, and I'd love to, get your reactions.
Yeah.
But who knows? We'll see.
Okay, Tony.
He's great. The guy who made that is fantastic. Yeah. Terry Baker. He's great.
The horror guys the horror people are doing it. What's his name has I saw the TV Glow. Doesn't that I don't know if it's a woman or man or they.
Oh boy, I don't know.
I see this.
I feel like I do know that.
Really enjoyed. I saw the TV Glow. I'm sure I recommended it on here.
You did.
It's
absolutely
a weird movie. Super weird movie.
Jane Schoenbrunn.
Yeah, she has a new movie. Or they have a new movie.
Okay.
What are you doing, little dog? The little dog is
little dog.
Going places. Get up here. We're almost done. Tony, what did you like this week? Tell me something terrible that you liked.
No, who knows? It did get canceled after one season, so you might not like it. Oh, you
watched The Burrows?
Wow, good job. Look at you keeping up with the times. We did. We watched The Burrows, and we really enjoyed it.
The Duffer Brothers?
Yeah, the Duffs. I'm not mad at them. We loved Stranger Things the way that it ended. You can find me anytime you want. We thought it was great. We're not done with it. We're about halfway through, but it's fun.
I watched
Alfred Molina.
He's great. I watched the first episode.
So good, dude. I love him.
It seemed interesting. You're like, okay.
Bill, wonderful.
Yeah.
Pullman, just great. The cast is phenomenal.
Different characters than we're used to. You're like, okay, I haven't seen this guy. He's old, weird people.
Yeah, so we're having a great time with it.
But that's the problem with going to war with your streamer,
Sure.
Leaving your streamer.
Usually you lose. I mean, you're not going to win that. Yeah.
We're not going to put up with your bullshit anymore.
Yep. It's like, oh, really? Oh, shoot. So, but very fun.
Cool. Okay, we need a new movie. Our boy Jules in Australia sent me this one.
Yes.
I have how many? I had four movies. Five new movies. One of which hasn't come to streaming yet, but we're doing it when it comes.
Okay. Oh, I can't wait.
And these are all winners. But I'm saving those. But it was nice to add like 5 movies to my list.
Yeah, I know.
In a week where I'm just like, and most of them are in the last year or two. I'm like,
yep. But also, we have a large back catalog, so it's hard to keep up.
But he suggested this movie, which I had never heard of, 2018. I think it's on Prime or Netflix.
Okay.
Clive Owen Anon. Anon. And it looks a little backroomsy. And it's, it's a psychological thriller.
Of course it is. Why wouldn't it be? You hearing something, Dan? What's going on? It sounds
like there's like a quarter inside the drying machine, the dryer.
Sure.
I call it the drying machine, but other people call it the dryer.
Most people.
Clive Owen, Anon. So it looks like he sees
Amanda Seyfried.
Seyfried. Yeah. So,
I don't know her name.
I don't know. Looks like a weird movie. It looks like something that we could be very critical of people making weird decisions. Like this movie, you're like, you can't really make a lot of.
Sure.
There's not a lot of big stretches in where the storytelling is. You're like, okay,
yeah,
we're moving along a path from New York to Boston,
right along,
and that's what's happening. We're on that path, and things are going to get in our way.
Some of them, sometimes. All right. I see it. 36% on Rotten Tomatoes. Great. That's right in our wheelhouse. I love it.
We're the 36% guys. But there was a lot of the more recent ones where audience was giving it 4 and 5 stars. So who knows?
I'm so excited to hear what we're going to pick in this future here. Very excited.
Oh, I found 2 movies that I was just like, the one I'd never even heard of. And has somebody real people in it. It's just like, how do they keep putting the streamers just put movies out?
Yes, that is correct. Yeah. Well, it's all about those minutes watched.
I'll tell you what the one is.
Okay. Tell me.
The new Nate Bargatze movie.
He has a movie coming out?
Coming out.
I love it. Oh, it's already out?
already out and failed.
The Breadwinner. Yeah. Okay.
I looked it up on Vudu. And Vudu's like, do you want to pre-order this? I'm like, but when's it coming out? My buddy Mike that works in the movies, he had the choice. He could have gone to see, because he programs movies, so he gets to go see stuff, beforehand. So he could have gone to Backrooms or to Breadwinner, but his person he was working with, they were like, oh, can I go see Backrooms? He's like, okay, I'll go see Breadwinner. And he was like,
my life is terrible. I can't believe this.
He was like, oh yeah. He was so like, funny. This movie's going to do terrible. And not surprisingly, it did terrible.
Did this come out in theaters?
Just in the last couple of months.
Wow. Not a clue. Not even a little bit on my radar. But this is what happens when you don't watch TV to get like trailers.
It's got like Will Forte does a bit role. And it's basically
Kumail, Colin Jost, Mandy Moore.
I think plays the wife. I think she plays the wife.
Yeah.
I think it's the whole thing is, she has to go back to real work, and then he's got to take care of the kids. Oh, where do you put the food in?
And he put the food in my mouth.
I don't know. I'm the dad.
I'm the dad. I don't know anything.
Where do we put all this shit?
Gender roles.
Confused.
So good.
So
2026, baby.
I can't wait to do the Breadwinner.
All right. Well, it's going to have to be a couple of weeks, Dan.
It's not available yet. So
great. And I've got one for next week that is coming out next Friday.
You mean it's becoming available next Friday?
It's going to become available next week. So I'll have to double check on the date, but I think we're going to be okay.
I have to have some time to actually watch the movie, Tony.
Dan, I don't care about your life. Okay.
Is it coming?
You do what I tell you.
Is it on one of the streamers, or is it one me coming up?
No, it's a streaming movie. Let me look up the date. I'm not picking it yet, obviously.
Yeah. Wait.
Release date June 26th. Well, that might be too late for you.
That's fine. When is it? Okay. Is it on Friday? Is it released on Friday?
Well, you said it's fine, so we'll just wait till next Saturday.
No, if it's released on Friday.
Yeah, we'll have time because your movie is now, and then next week I'll pick that one. So, we'll have plenty of time.
Yeah. Well,
it's going to be great. You're going to love it.
It'll be released, when we're doing next one.
Yeah,
so,
it's going to be great.
Anon with Clive Owen being like a killer or something in some liminal space.
Good for you, Clive.
Who the fuck knows?
In space? Is that what
liminal space?
That's I'm not going to watch a trailer.
Oh, you're not going to watch a trailer?
I like to go in blind.
I think you can watch it somewhere. I don't know.
We'll find it. Yeah, we'll figure it out.
Okay. It's all good. I'm going to go have lunch.
Me too.
If you like what you see, give us a thumbs up, give us a comment, or subscribe. All things you could do to support the show. Yeah, it's so weird. Sometimes we'll get 30, 40 views, and sometimes we'll get 8.
Well, to be fair, neither of those numbers are very good. So
it's any number less than 100, pretty much the same number. It's worthless.
Nothing. Yeah, it's fine. You're in the double digits. That's not great, right? You got to get to trip dig. We'll get there. Episode 300 is coming up.
Oh, that's terrible. Okay, we'll see you next time.
Goodbye, everybody.
Hey, watch it!